look at Caleb Williams. We are going to be looking at his film, talking about it, going through it. We're looking at Caleb Williams versus Utah for the 2023 season. This was one of Caleb Williams' toughest games, and the reason for that is because Caleb had no passing touchdowns in this game. In fact, he only had one touchdown in this game, so he didn't exactly have what you would say one of his most amazing games. It wasn't, I don't think, a horrible game, but you just have to understand this Utah is kind of like his white whale. Unfortunately for USC, Utah's the white whale. The three times in the last two seasons that USC has played Utah, they have lost, and they lost this game 34-32. And the quarterback for Utah was like the third string quarterback. He's a kid from some small town. And Utah came out and they were using basically a safety. I think he's a safety, kind of as a running back. And USC was not prepared. I honestly think this was the game that really kind of started the we got to get rid of Alex Grinch train. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the film, right? We're going to take a look. Again, this isn't all of Caleb Williams' plays, but we're going to take a look at a certain amount of plays just to understand what it is that we're getting. Okay. And the reason the thumbnail says this is one of his toughest games is, again, not stat wise, it wasn't one of his biggest games. He didn't throw for even 300 yards. His passing completion wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't one of those games where you would go, man. So the reason I say it's one of his toughest is you're used to having the big time thing. This won't be it. So it might actually give us a better idea of how he manages the game, especially against a team like Utah. Utah is usually a pretty tough team defensively, though I know Penn State fans will say no. At least in the Pac-12, Utah had been one of the tougher defensive teams. So I think this is just a fair comparison to look at that. They've sent a lot of defensive guys to the NFL. So it gives you an idea of those kinds of things. So let's get right into it. This is going to be the first play that we're going to watch, and we're going to do this a little bit different. I'm not going to really comment on the short pass plays because to me, the short pass plays, we've seen enough. He does those fairly decently. What I'm wanting, and realistically, is I want to see, again, we saw it against UCLA. There are times where he just won't pull the trigger. I want to see him pull the trigger. And I'm wondering if it's just not because it's the last game and he's just kind of tired with the offensive line. So as we look at this film, I don't know that I love that I'm running out of bounds like that. Okay, so he gets the drop. 1, 2, 3, step up. Let's go back to the beginning of it. So it's empty. Line does a pretty good job picking it up. Kind of wondering why he doesn't throw the ball right here. Right? That's Rice coming out of the break. So I'm wondering why he's not throwing that, but it could just be that he doesn't see him. Again, this is why you always want to be able to sit down with the guys and see it. So maybe he's afraid he's going to run right into the back, or let's watch the end zone view. See, to me right here, this is where you slide, right? He's got to slide at a certain point. You got the first down. No need to keep stringing along the play. So let's take a look at it and see, right? So it's a drop. Let's see where his eyes are. Because, again, this is one of the things that I've said I just wonder why he comes off it pretty quick. So he's not even looking. Interesting why he came out. I'd like to talk to him about why his eyes are coming off so quick there. What's telling him to come off so quick? Is the route just not being run very quick, very well? Let's see here. I wonder if he's seeing based on coverage because it's a sit and then an over. He's been told, hey, if there's a safety over the top, don't throw that, which could be the case, right? I'm saying, hey, why isn't he throwing this? But he could have been told real quick, just so you guys understand. Maybe he's been told, hey, when he drops, if this backer's dropping underneath, he's staying out here and the safety's just staying over the top. don't throw this route where they're going to run up, sit, and then kind of have the dig behind. Might have been told that, right? So that could be something that he's being told, don't do. So that is a very real possibility, right? So he looks, he sees that the backer's dropping, gets a quick scan, but he comes back over. So that's why I'm confused. Why he's so quick off of it. It's almost like he thought he had the quick throw to number one, thought he had the quick throw in the slot, and he didn't, so he came off. So that's where I'm wondering if that's the case right there. Okay. So is he reading it too quickly? Might be the question that you should ask. Okay. All right. So this is where you would like to sit down and talk with him. Boom. I think he thought he had the quick throw. That's what he was looking for. Now he's got to come back. There's nothing there. He's going to back up and run. Okay. Okay. All right. So next play was a touchdown run, guys, just so you're aware. I kind of keep some of the stuff up so that I know, hey, this is what happened. Remember, this is only certain plays. The next play was a handoff to the running back who ran for a touchdown. So it was a 45-yard touchdown run for the running back. Ooh, I like that. Nice look off. Kind of gets that safety. Ooh. Ooh, let's go back a little bit here. Okay, play action. Eyes are selling. Look at that safety. Staying over the top. Remember, we've talked about it. Got all this space. Oh, okay, my mouse is now having problems. Got all this space, guys, right? Got all this space. Receiver can just run into it. He's got a step. This is interesting that Utah's running this coverage. Basically a cover two with the zone blitz that they're bringing. So eyes out, safety's rotating over. Now that leaves the middle, comes back, good throw. Leads the receiver, no spot for safety. That's pretty good. Good job by the receiver as well to make that catch. I like it. I like it. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Hitch up, throw. Good. Good. Love it. Love it. That's what you like to see, right? When you got those types of throws, no hesitation. 1, 2, 3. Hitch up. I'm going to let it go. Good job. This is the throw that's actually on the thumbnail. But yeah, so would have liked it to, obviously be caught. This should be a touchdown pass, right? Gets let go. Would have liked it, but it's out far enough. Probably in the NFL, that ball's caught for a touchdown. So that's what I would think. That's how I would project it. Hey, this is way down the field. This is a good spot. Ball's in the air. That's probably getting caught for a touchdown in the NFL, usually because you have a little bit faster receivers. Okay. So let's go to the next play. Gotta get rid of it, don't you? Well, part of the problem is look at the lineman in the end zone. Okay, let's go back to the start of this play. What is telling him to pull the ball? These two guys are not even. Their shoulders are square. They're not even fighting on the run play. This is a straight give read. Guys, the way you know is if they're squeezing down like they are, like the Utah players are, that's a give. You're just going to give it, right? Probably thinks you can outrun them. If their shoulders turn and they're doing it, then you can pull it because now they have to turn back around. Or I guess you could say if they come way down, like he comes way down and he's already here staying square, you could probably get outside of him. But he's not really. He's playing Caleb. So that's one of the things about the Utah defense usually is that they're pretty disciplined against these types of plays because they're used to seeing them so much in the Pac-12. So that's one of the things that I would say right there is that's one of the problems. It's almost like Caleb has predetermined here. And he's got 2 guys out there, not even 1. Okay, you break the tackle of 1, but then there's a second guy. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that touchdown occurs here, but you don't lose any yards. And yikes. Excuse me. That's an unneeded hit right there. I don't know why all of a sudden I yawned there, guys. Apologies for that. Wow. Okay. What? Why would he pull? Okay, let's go to the end zone view. Oh, yeah. Seeing the end sideline view. Like, you see how 31 and 83, they're just going to squeeze down? He's looking at him. So I don't know what's telling him to pull this ball. Do you guys see anything as to why he would be pulling it? I wonder if any of the other coaches are in here. I don't see anything that's saying, "Hey, this is a pull." Okay? So I think sometimes Caleb just predetermines and decides to pull the ball, and he doesn't need to. So again, like I said, you're playing Utah. Understand your opponent. Utah has seen the triple option so many times. They have literally seen I shouldn't say triple option. They've seen the spread, the read option, all this kind of stuff. They are used to it. They are not a team that is not used to it because they're playing the Pac-12, and so they're always disciplined in this regard with playing these types of plays. So I just don't see what it is that he's seeing to say, "Oh, I'm going to pull this ball." That makes sense. So pulls it, and they're right there, and yeah, that play's just dead in the water. So not a knock on him there. I'm not knocking, but I'd love to sit there and say I'd love to be in the room with him. This is where if I was, the GM or the scouts or the coach, I'd be like, "Why'd you pull the ball here? What was it about pulling the what? See if he can explain to me what his thought process was, because they were matched up 2v2 out there, but there's nothing here that's gonna say, "Hey, pull that ball." Okay, let's go to the next play. They scored a touchdown on the next one. I kind of looked up with this film to kind of have an understanding with it. So there we go. I actually like this right here. He's doing looks like a check down. Okay. As are looking at the safety. All right, so let's go back to the start of the play, right? We're going to get, looks like it's kind of one of these outside receivers going to come in with like a wheel route, right? Kind of what a lot of people are running, especially at college. Wondering if he's supposed to be a dig, right? And then we get the play action, and the back's going to come out to the flat. So because it's a one high look, the post is not going to be an option, right? Post is not an option because it's middle of the field closed. We got a defender right here who's running with the post. We got him. He's supposed to go with the back, looks like. Let's see how it further goes, how it progresses, because I think, yeah, he comes off of it. Yeah, pretty good. It's not even a post. I shouldn't even say it's a post. What we got here is it's an in-breaking route. Got the safety who's rotating. So man on, basically man on. I'm okay with the check down right here because of it. Let's go back to the start again. Look at the bottom. I guess look at the bottom here. See it? It's actually a curl route. He could have thrown the curl. So I'm wondering if it's just one side don't like it. Had being told, "Hey, if you don't like these, go there." But I would have thought maybe he come all the way across and throw the, because here, don't like it. 1, 2. Now hitch up. 1, 2, 3. They're looking, don't like it. Hitch up. Snap your head there. Then if you don't, then finally next one, throw the check down if needs be, but doesn't get to the comeback. I don't know how I'd grade that. Again, this is part of the problem when you're evaluating these quarterbacks. You're not in the quarterback room. You don't know how it's being taught to him. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if he's being told, hey, if you make this read for this side and you don't like it, don't do that. Don't go back to the other side. I can understand that. Some coaches don't like their quarterbacks dropping, doing that, and then going through this read and then looking over here. In the NFL, it might be more expected, but there's college coaches who don't like having their guys do that because they're like, it's a wasted motion for them. Now they got to come over here and then come back to their check down, things like that. You will see that, but that's not what it appeared to be. Okay. So there's nowhere for him to go there. It's going to be a 4th down, but there ain't anywhere for him to go. Let's watch the end zone view of this play, guys. Let's watch the end zone view. Okay. This is going to be an offensive lineman comment. Okay. Offensive lineman comment, just so you guys understand. Okay. When I say this, the right tackle needs to let him go up the field, right? Needs to let him go. Just let him go. You want to get beat to the outside. Okay? Let him go. But you notice what he's also doing is he's dipping his head. The minute you dip the head, you are beat. Okay? The minute the head comes like this, if you're blocking, you're beat. Okay? So he is getting beat right here. Okay? So we really don't want that. He's getting beat. It's not good. Not our favorite. Okay? So we don't want this. And this play would actually work. I mean, this play should work. If it's blocked correctly here, this should be what? Yeah. Yeah. As Tyler Hussein, who is also an O-line coach, much like I've been an O-line coach, just let him go to the outside. Like he wants to beat you upfield, let him. It's one of the little slight intricacies of the game is you kind of like, oh no, you're beating me to the outside. Oh. And then when he comes back around, but when you're going to see it from the end zone view, guys, when he comes back, and you'll see it when we get to the end zone. Okay, take your time there. Okay, thank you. Let's get to the intercut. We don't need to spend that much time. See how he's leaning? He's leaning. He's over his feet like this, really leaning. His head's kind of over, and it's all over. It's really more his head, guys. It's not that he's too far forward. It's that his head's way forward, so he can get spun on, and that's why. So no need there. That play should have gone for bigger. I think they later use it, and it scores a touchdown. So, but I think Utah let them score, if I remember this game correctly. All right, so far, let's evaluate. Okay, that's the first quarter. Not a lot of Caleb Williams plays in there. The one, don't know why he didn't throw the one route that was coming across. I think he kind of looked off too quick. I think he thought he had the quick pass. Didn't need to come off it. He was like, he thought he had the slot on the quick pass, but he came off too quick. So when he went back to this side, then he had to come back over here. I think he probably could have sat on that a little bit more, understanding that maybe it's man coverage and he would have that in breaking route. Do like the deep ball shot, right? Get the play action. 1, 2, 3, hitch up, let it go. Good job on looking the safety off so that the safety can't be over when you're throwing the ball. That's a good one. There's one other one. At the goal line. Not a big fan of the pull. There was nothing there telling me to have your quarterback pull the ball. For me, that is a non-pull read. You should have just given the ball. And those little things matter, guys. Like it's, has he been told, okay, you get this look, pull it. Or if you get this look, you got to give it. These things matter. The reason they matter is, hey, what am I going to tell you during the week? Hey, on this particular play, no matter what, this is what we want you to do. That happens. And if you can't be caught or you struggle to understand that and it becomes an issue throughout your career, that's something that will come up. So you got to take that into account. So far, I'm not going to say it's been horrible. It's just he's playing a tougher team. This is one of the better teams that he plays, right? Remember, The year that he won the Heisman, this team, Utah, beat him twice. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the start of the play. I'm sorry. I got to look back at the start of the play. Okay, so we have a screen. Holy crap. Okay, that is not his fault. I am not going to blame him for that one. This is pretty. I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be honest, guys. This is a pretty good throw. Okay? This is a pretty good throw because he's about to get his teeth knocked out, and his running back drops the ball. It's not a turnover. It's just a straight drop, guys. It's a straight drop. They're not gonna give it to Utah. So here we go. Let's watch. Boom. Come off. Okay. Sees the backer coming. Sees that it's man. Kind of setting up the screen. It's really set up to be a screen, right? So he's setting it up looking like, hey, we're throwing the ball, but really we're running the screen. I think maybe he can throw it to the out at the bottom, right, as kind of like a gift if they're playing off enough. Because notice the offensive lineman is not downfield just yet. He still kind of bends back. That gives them time. So if the defense is playing off and he can take the right of the formation and throw that, I think he can. But this is a good decision. He's just getting hit as he throws it, and he still puts a very good ball out there. I mean, look at this. Whoop, guy coming. I shouldn't have said he didn't get hit in the face, but the guy was in his face. Could have knocked the ball down. Still gets it over him. Ball's got to be caught. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. We're not going to spend too much time on things that other players screw up. Okay, all right. I like that. Okay. So, guys, if you've been in here before, the last time we did Caleb Williams film, notice I said I wanted the ball coming out before the break. Still a little behind, but notice because he puts it out enough, his receiver, it doesn't hang as much. It's more on a rope. He's able to get to it. Look at that ball. That is a really good pass. Guys, I don't think you understand. This is harder than in the NFL. Okay? Right? This is harder than the NFL because the hash marks at the college level are actually wider. So he's throwing this ball further than he would in the NFL. And as Tyler's saying in the chat, watch how his feet start to drift, but then he resets the back foot to drive it. It's the small detail that makes the throw possible. And he's right. Like when you watch it, 1, 2, 3, right? He still opens wide. I'd still like his feet to be pointing right at the target, right? So we're gonna get the drop. It's not the prettiest drop. It's kind of like a kick step back drop. I'd still like his foot to be driving, but guys, this is a really, really good throw. Just as you watch it from the end zone. 1, 2, 3, bang. It's not a hesitation. Remember, we've seen him kind of take the steps, drop, step, and then throw it, right? It's man coverage. You know you got the guy man cover. You got him in man coverage. It looks like it's man coverage right here against Rice. It's zone, except he's matching to help out. Boom. So it's cover 2. They're playing a soft cover 2. It looked man, but it's a soft cover 2 because notice everybody's dropping. Right? It's cover 2. Safety still with them. But notice that's a great route by Rice too. Notice okay. So guys, remember we watched Drake Mayfield. Notice the difference, okay? I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here, but notice the difference between Drake. Look at the receiver. Boom. Look at the difference in route running for Rice, right? That's Jerry Rice's boy, compared to the North Carolina receivers that we watched last week. 9-day difference right there, right? He drives at the defensive back, gets that defensive back opening his hips, having to respect the deep throw, and then bam, breaks to the outside. DB has no chance. Caleb Williams is getting the ball out on time. He can catch it. Notice he's not totally to the sideline with the throw. So then Rice can make the catch, get upfield. That's a great. This is just a good play. Love it. Take it. It's a good gift. Right? It's a great route, great everything, right? And Tyler's in the chat being sarcastic. Selling vertical, impossible. What we're trying to say is you want to sell like, hey, we're going deep, so the defensive back has to respect it, and then bang, break in and out of your route quick, so the defensive back has zero chance to react. That's a good route. And the reason it also works is not just because of the route, but also because Caleb Williams isn't hesitating to throw that. Okay, I got him. Let me put it on a rope to him. So it's a really good throw. I really like it. Okay, I don't know how to grade this because I don't know how to grade this because I'm not in the room with him. So my question is, why is he pulling it? Because he's pulling it again. He's pulling this ball, and I don't know if he needs to pull the ball. He's got big old man right there. I think this guy. Let's take a look. SJ line coach is a Utah fan. He would know this. How big and tall number 7 is. Let's see how big number 7 is for Utah. Okay. Let's go by. That's not what I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. I want Utah's. Number 7, right? I'm not seeing the wrong number. Or is it number 9? So defensive end is 6'4", right? He's coming upfield. Again, what I don't see anything that's telling him to pull this ball. Tyler, do you see anything that's telling him to pull this ball? In fact, if anything, this is more of a give 3 than the other one is because look where the end's going. He's going to the outside of the tight end. This should just be given. I almost feel like he's pre-snap deciding that he's going to give it. So I'd love to sit down and say, "Hey, Caleb, why are you pulling this? There's no need to pull this." You're thinking blocks, numbers, play side? Still, I think you're gonna have to live with it. I think defense wins. I get it. Oh, you know why? It's a screen no matter what. It's a screen no matter what. I'm sorry. My brain is broken. I saw the pulling lineman, the fake. My brain broke. It's a screen no matter what, guys. So this play was dead from the start. Right? It's dead from the start. Okay, let's go back to it. This is just a dead play. Notice that the offensive lineman, that your B play side. See, sometimes this is why you got to relook at plays. Right? We're looking at this and we're like, okay, why are you pulling it? Because it's counter. That's the center. He's pulling out the lead block. He's pulling out the lead block, and he's pulling out the lead block. They're just engaging for a second to then lead block. So there is zero run blocking here happening. So it's an automatic. They're just calling screen with the counter action, and that's why. And just Utah wins this one. Okay. Forget everything I said about why is he pulling this. Okay, it was automatically going to be a called pull because they were running a screen there. So that's just a good play. It's a good decision by him to even try and fit it into the spot. But yeah, that's just a win for Utah. Okay, we fixed that. Got that. We got that understood. All right. You don't like the screen action? Oh, I hate the screen. Like, I get you, coach. If you're gonna run this screen, guys, don't run it to the field. Don't run it to the damn field. I might put some more NCAA content here on YouTube. Okay, I love screen to the boundary because the big boys have less room to go and they can get to these guys. Look how far they've got to run out here because the receivers further out here. You got defensive guys that are faster. They're going to outrun them. I'm also I don't know that I love the screen action. I don't even know if it's needed here, right? Sell the run still. Keep the defensive guys playing it. But just not a big fan of it. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so we now know it's 3rd and 10, right? There's not a lot. Okay. Sorry, I stopped that before the throw. I thought he was going to. So this is a personal thing, guys. It's my own personal thing. It's one of my personal like annoyances. His drop is just shuffling. It's not even like a real, you know, where you're crossing the feet 2, 3. It's a shuffle, and I don't know that I love it. I don't know that I love it, and I think this is one of the things that would kind of concern me because really, at the pro level, you're going to have to drop back from under center sometimes. How good is he at dropping back? He's throwing this off his back foot. Sometimes I think one of the problems for Caleb is he's just so good at making those awkward throws that sometimes I think he works on it. He relies on his arm a little bit too much. This ball, if he's going to throw it, look how he's throwing it, right? As he's going to throw it, guys. You're going to have to stand up for this one. As he's going to throw it, notice his foot stepping backwards, right? Instead of stepping into it, he's stepping backwards and then throwing. We want to step into it and throw, okay? We want to step in, bang, okay? Instead, right here, boom, bang. He's dropping backwards, so his foot is dropping backwards as he's throwing. Not going to be as accurate. So, yeah, Tyler's saying even with the guys who shuffle drop in the NFL, they reset into a posture. He doesn't do that. And I feel on this play, his clock sped up. They didn't realize he had more time to reset. That's true. That's just okay. So, guys, this is one of the things. I might not like it. So, it might be like this might be and this is why grading quarterbacks is always so hard. Okay, because I might have I'm like, I don't like it. So I'm gonna give him a drop on that. And others will be like, I don't care. Is he stepping into the throw? Things like that. And right here you can tell he's not really stepping into the throw. I feel like it kind of allows you to kind of get lazy with the shuffling to reset. But see how his throw, it's just there's nothing really stepping. It's not a reset. Yeah. You'll see it pronounced from the backside here. So again, one of my pet peeves. And again, and this is one of the things as well, when you're doing all this, we're projecting where this guy can play, what he can do for you in the NFL. So it's always one of those important things to understand. Ooh. Why are you going trying to jump the guy, Mr. Tight End? So you now reset your feet. See how his feet are pointed towards? It's a lot better. That's a lot better. I like that a lot more. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's go back right now. So we're going to get the sell of the block. Nice. Nice. Okay, I like it. Let's look the feet. 1, 2, 3. He's going to fake that. Good. Reset the feet. Throw. Like I said, Tyler, I think part of the problem is sometimes he's gotten away with some of these throws where he's like, oh, I'm going to throw it right now. I'm off center. And I think he's gotten used to that. And so because of that, guys, I think he sometimes can have these bad reps in terms of like his foot, where he'll be like on his back foot throwing and it kind of floats or it's behind. Because he's just so used to being able to do that. And so that's part of the problem right there for him. But here, that's a good rep, right? We get the fake carry out. Yep. Throw. Right down the right spot. Keeping the eye. He really did. Safety got caught looking at the receiver. Didn't notice tight end. That's a good play. 2nd and 10. I don't know that he needed to leave the pocket here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think here, reset your feet. This is where sometimes he hurts himself. Reset the feet here. Just reset. Don't need to throw this on the run. Okay? Don't need to throw it on the run. So, again, drops 1, 2, 3. Come out. Have it. Just reset the feet. You don't have to throw this on the run. There's no pressure. You probably can't feel it. But to me, come out. If you're going to come out, just reset the feet here and throw that. But there's no chance on that play. Right? We want to just reset the feet. So we want him to, okay, shuffle. I think if he just shuffles over even, coming out of the break, he can drop this in. I think if he just, when we talk about pocket protection, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, step over a couple, and then throw it, I think he'd be fine. Right? So, okay, run's not a problem. Stop. Then throw the ball. That's what I'm saying. I want him to stop, reset his feet, and throw the ball. Don't do it on the run. Like right here, just stop and throw this pass. Okay? That should be a first down right there. Can't miss those. Right? Those are plays that cannot be missed in the NFL. .52 is getting knocked over. Look at 52 at the bottom. Just shuffle over, throw it. I mean, if he could throw that coming out of the break, with just shuffling over a little bit, oh my God. I mean, that is. If he could just shuffle over or even just stop and throw it, like that's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying right there. See, like right here, goes to the left. I don't. What? There's a penalty at the bottom. Okay, because he didn't have an interception in the game. Oh yeah, offsides, throws it up. Okay, let's go back to it. Let's go. 3rd and 19. So it's 3rd and 19, guys. Okay, we had offsides. Ooh. He went to the left. I'm curious why he went left first. Because if he looks right, maybe he just doesn't trust. Maybe that's the side that. Yeah, I don't like Tyler. We're okay with the deep ball throw. It's the drifting. The ball just carries over to the left. But I'm curious as to why he doesn't look right here. I mean, he stops right here. He should just throw. He should just rifle this ball. This ball should just be coming in right now. 24 is like, I'm open. Curious as to why he didn't look that way. Maybe because the guys that he trusts the most are to the left in this play. Yeah, don't. If you're going to drift there, you're going to take that shot. You got to throw it more to. You can't throw it to where the guy's standing. So There's no interception because it was so it's 3rd and 14 now. And that's just hard. I'm good with this play call by the coach. Quarterback is it's actually a good play. Okay with it. I don't have anything to say there, so I'm not even going to say anything. That's one of his trademark, like I said, he does these. I think sometimes he thinks he can just do it all the time, or he just has gotten used to it. Okay. I like the check down. Watch from the sideline view again. Oh, it's not check down. It's a receiver running a sit route. Okay. It's an interesting route combination on the outside. They've got an out route that's deep, receiver coming inside, and then running right down the middle of the field. Let's go back. Like this is just an interesting route combination to me, right? Tight end's going to go vertical. So tight end's going to go vertical, right? He's going to go. He's going to run like a 10-yard out, and then he's going to come up and he's going to run right here and sit. It's kind of interesting. I don't know that I love it if you're going to try and throw the out route. But I don't know what tells you to throw the out route there unless it's man coverage, I guess. Kind of like if they're playing zone, there's not really a place to throw the ball. That out route because they're dropped back. There's a guy right in the way. Unless you're going to think he's going to drop it over the top, which could be the case. All right. All right. Let's see. Take the check down, Caleb. Take the check down, Caleb. 1, 2, 3. Come across. Okay. This is where I'd like to see the step up, dip, open, throw, right? Step up. This has been kind of the problem for him all season long. Lines letting some people through. It's the same route that they ran before. Get the ball out quick, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He missed him. Let him out of bounds. Oh my God. I'm okay with the step up. Oh. Oh, we're not going to get PI? We're not going to get PI there? Bill! Where's Bill at? Bill! That's our fake ref, guys. That's who we yell at. Even though it's a woman. We're gonna Bill! Who made that call, Bill? Bill's the white hat. Bill's the white hat. Bill, who is she? You tell me. Right? Now one of the problems is this is why I'm not a totally big fan. Oh my God, they get it. Oh, he went. He was gonna go with the check down, and then he stepped up and he saw, oh, right? Like I love this is good. I like the step up right there. How did that not get called? Guys, how is that not getting called? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I got to see this route coming. Bill, what are we doing? That's right. We got to make sure that we use Bill in the chat. Bill! 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 What is going on here, Bill? Alrighty. All right, so looking at this. How many timeouts should I have at this point? So they have one timeout left. It's 15 seconds. I can see why he's not taking the check down here. Even though if this was normal time, I'd be like, why is he not throwing to number 4 here? Just throw it to him. But I get it. Just get out of the half, though. You're already down to 15 seconds. I don't know that you're going to. This is a thing, guys. The Utah, as you can see, the Utah defense, they will move. They'll move and stuff. Move around. Okay, so third quarter. Okay, hold on. We got to look at this again. Because I'm like, why is he not throwing the ball? Anticipate the guy. I mean, your receiver's coming open, right? That ball should be coming to 15. He should be catching it right there on the run and running. Wonder why he didn't take that throw. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back to the start of the play. The time on it. Sorry. 3rd and 5. So it's 5 yards that they got to get. Now, part of the problem is the timing's dicked up. 2, if this is mesh, that receiver needs to sit right there. But even then, even if he just throws it to him, receiver might get knocked, but better than a sack. Well, it depends, right? It depends because I would prefer that he throws it to the receiver, number 15, coming across. But it also depends what these guys are doing right here, right? Like this, he's sitting here and he's sitting here. Why is my mouse acting so funky right now? Right? He's right here. He's right here. He's right here. In reality, this guy coming across, they're going to do it. If they're supposed to do it right, he's probably supposed to sit. He's coming across and he's supposed to sit, but for whatever reason, in this look, you should clarify. Okay. Gotcha, Tyler. Yeah, right here, I don't know why he's not throwing to his. I don't know. Part of the problem is he might be supposed to be reading from left to right, so he's already come off of that. Now he's to the receiver that's sitting down. Because look, he's looking left, comes off, and I don't know if he just doesn't see his receiver coming open. I don't know if I'm going to really necessarily knock him on it. It's just that's one of the things I'm like, why? Again, question to be asked. Why are you not throwing that ball? By the way, Tyler, did you watch my video on the new kickoff rules? It's okay if you haven't, but what do you think of the new kickoff rules? SJ line coach is not too happy. He's like, what the crap? It's going to be interesting what teams are going to come up with. Wait, what? Wait, whoa. You're not a fan of him? What is telling him not to throw this? Or I mean, not to pull, not to give this. I must I must be totally blind, guys. No, I'm on the wrong one. Okay. I I I don't know what he's telling him not to. Come up block, come up block. Is he reading him all the way back here? Why are you making a triangle on me, mouse? Is he reading this guy right here? It's because I'm trying to go so fast. It's not reading it. Is that what he's trying to do? Or is he reading him? I don't know. Nothing is telling me to. The safety's dropping, so that safety's dropping. That's a give read. Backer, all he's doing is scraping over. What I would expect would be like a slant that's coming in behind. So if the defense is doing what it's doing right here, where he is scraping over this way, then you throw it behind him. That would make more sense, but his eyes don't go that way. Right? Like, watch his eyes. His eyes are out to the left. I'm confused. So I'd like to sit down with yeah, I think they're just trying to do everything for offense. I mean, offensive players can dip their head all the time and initiate contact in the head, and the defensive guy is the one that's called for targeting. Even though the offensive guy is the one who put his head down and led with his head to break a tackle, that kind of stuff, guys. So on this play, guys, I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I know that feels like I'm harping, but this is a kind of a big, like, is he just? Why would you go to the outside? Why not to the back side and throw that ball? And I don't even know if the route on the backside is not even. I don't like the play design. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like the play design. That's a get it out of here. Get the play design out of here. I don't like it. I'm out. Okay. Don't like it. I don't know what he's reading to pull the ball. So I don't know what he's been told there as well. That's part of the problem. But that is just that play design sucks. Didn't love it. I don't know about what you thought of it, Tyler, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know what he's supposed to be reading, and I don't know what's supposed to take advantage of where the defense isn't at. Right? Like, he's going to throw a vertical go? Safety's dropping. Safety's dropping over the top. So if the safety's dropping over the top, that should be a give read. Right? I could understand if you're reading the backer scrapes and you got a backside slant that's coming right where he's at, then I could understand him pulling that and throwing it, but that's not where he's looking. So just not great, in my opinion. All right. People coming in and being like, this guy's insane. Oh, God. Make the best of something while your quarterback gets nailed. Let's go to this. I'm not even going to worry about the routes. I don't even think he has time. Let's watch. Okay? Okay, Caleb. What is the play? What is your protection, Caleb? What's the protection, Caleb? It's a lookout block. Hey, it's a lookout block technique, coach. Teach your old lineman that. Hey, let's just let the guy right in. No. It's the screen again. It's the screen that they ran earlier. Oh, God. It didn't. It's the one where the receiver dropped it and watch. This time the end goes with him. So that's why there's pressure at his face. Oh. I'm gonna protect my ass because my coach is running schemes. I don't. Ugh. And I get, man. You see this stuff, and you're just like, holy cow! That's not his fault. I'm gonna say that's play calling, right there. All right. I'm not going to really focus on this one because I think he does a very good job usually off with a lot of these short, quick routes at making the read and throwing it. We're just focusing more on the deep stuff, the deeper stuff, because I think he's going to have to hit that stuff, especially in the NFL. So we're looking at it. And that's a hold. And that's a penalty. We got yellow flags all over the place, guys. Think he could step up in this pocket? Think he could step up in this? Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning of that play. That pocket's collapsing pretty quick. Holding? He's just baptizing him. He's just giving him a baptism out here. What? Oh! Trying to give him a baptism. That guy's like, nope. Whoa, that is a hell of a play by a defensive linebacker, guys. Holy crap. He is up by the line and he just makes the tackle. Almost gets his head in there. Look at this. He's going to actually step, push slightly. Holy cow, that's an impressive play. I got to tell you. He has it. I mean, that's the right. I mean, Caleb being quick. It's basically a one, quick read, take the gift. But man, that's a heck of a. Where's Coach Brusso for this? Coach Brusso would be like, oh, I wish I could have players that could do that. Oh, God, it would be so great. Wow. That's all I'm going to say. Take the check down. Oh, okay. Works out for Brendan. Works out getting it to Brendan. I was thinking check down, but okay. As someone who works with him, I safely say you would say that. I'm sure you would. You'd love to have guys on your defense that can do that. You'd be like, oh, we're never losing a game, guys. The defense is going to score all the time. Oh, my gosh. I'm surprised he went to Rice here, not the check down, but worked out, I guess. I mean, it's just good. It's a good play by Brendan Rice working his way back. Ooh, man. Oh, he's got to hit this. Yes, you had it before. This is the first. This led to their second touchdown, and it works again. Oh wow! Here comes the rally. By the way, guys, Utah is like dead tired at this time. They have a ton of people out. Let's look again. Safety stays in the middle, so okay. Let's take a look at the route here. He's got to throw that more inside. More. I don't know what to think of this. That receiver's not in a bad split. He just throws him out of bounds. He throws them out of bounds, guys. I mean, nothing to really say there. That's a miss by him. I'm just gonna say that's a miss. Ooh. The slot fade. I think he had it either way. Up top, he has it. Still, he just throws it out of bounds. Like right here, that should be a touchdown, baby. That should be touchdown, baby. I think he had it either side. This just floats on him. There's no chance for him to get that ball in there. I mean, look, the space. Okay, so real quick. I mean, so guys, when I say spacing and Tyler's talking about spacing, what we're talking about, real quick, so you guys understand, is the alignment, right? So this receiver's already inside the numbers. He's got all this space to work with, right? He gets by, and he's pretty much right here to the outside of the numbers. Kev just throws him out of bounds. That's what happens, right? And here, this receiver's got so much. That's why a lot of teams have gone to the slot fade because of it. And he even can get to the outside. He slightly gets pushed to the outside, but like this should be touchdown right here. I mean, look how far ahead he is. He's already ahead of him. And the motto is, if he's even, he's leaving. I know that safety's coming. And that, okay, guys, go back to the Seahawks versus Eagles game, right? Where, who was the quarterback? Was it Drew Lock who was the quarterback at that point? You know, same thing. You had the safety sitting in the middle of the field for the Eagles. Oh, my gosh. Son of a gun. Sitting in the middle of the field trying to burst over. Ball still got over. Like, this ball has to be a touchdown throw. This has to be a touchdown. Okay? This leads them too far to the outside. And I know what you're talking about, Tyler, down here. Oh, excuse me. Down here. He's throwing them, and he's even got more space. And maybe if he's floating them outside, but I don't know, man. Either or, I think you're right. Either or, I think he's got. We just got to get this. You know, that's just one of those things. And again, can you correct it? Yeah, you can work with him on it. Like, hey, a little more inside. I got you. He's got a little more space with the floater. I understand, yeah, because he's a slot receiver. He can work way more outside. Ball got knocked down. I do like that he was going to the receiver that was going to be open quickly. So watch. Play action fake. Got our guy. Let's throw it. That's just a good play by the defensive lineman. Do they get it again? Yes. Yes. And then we get a penalty at the end of the end. Ah! You're kidding me. Holy crap. Holy crap. Push off. Bring it back. So it's offsetting penalties. You get exactly what you want, which is encroachment, and then your receiver pushes off and gets the penalty. Insane. So now it's back to 3rd and 9. Oh, God. Holy cow. Man, defensive line making some plays for Utah. Let's look at this. Let's look at this route combination. It's the screen again. So he's coming back off of the screen. to try and throw this. Not loving it, guys. Not loving it. This is like the third time. Yeah, and Utah's very good at picking up stuff like that, guys. Just so you guys are aware, Utah is like, they're very good at picking up stuff like your sign. So you got to change it up against them. This is the third or fourth time we've seen this play, guys. So that's why I'm like, and I don't think it's worked yet against Utah. Oh, okay. Real quick. This is after a pick six, right? This next play is right after pick six. If you're wondering what's going on, Utah threw a pick six right here. If I remember correctly, let me look it up real quick. That's why and that's why it doesn't have a down and distance. It just says fight on because they're going for two. And this two actually does hurt them because they don't get the two. Yeah, so Kalen Bullock had a 30-yard interception return. So this is a 2-point conversion. And it's not good. I don't think there's much he can do. He's got to be running for his life because they bring a blitz. Doesn't have time for the over route. So good pressure by the defense. Utah, once again, taking control. I love it. He is very good when he decides to throw the short passes. Man, he's really quick at getting that balls out quick. Man, he's good at that. He's really good at that. Let's look at the routes. Look at the routes. I'd love for him to put this right in front of the safety over the backer. But that backer's starting to drop. If he could throw it like Matthew Stafford did, by the way, guys, did a video about it. Then you might have the slot receiver in the middle. Let's take a look at it from the end zone view. Oh, yeah, he's got to throw that. That's got to be over the top. I thought he was closer from the sideline view to this guy right here, guys. I thought our receiver out here was closer, but he's not. So Caleb can just put it and just lead him to right here, put it over the top, drop that in, because he's running it right there. Those safeties will not get there in time. Watch. Yeah, I thought he was closer, Tyler. From the sideline view, it looks like he's closer to the Mike backer who's playing the deeper part. So, guys, this is cover 2. That's why this backer's trying to backpedal and drop back. He's going to have to drop back. I think if Caleb pulls the trigger here and kind of throws it over the top of him, that backer's not going to get in time. But now the backer's starting to top. So notice where I said where to throw it. Safety wouldn't have been there. It would have been right over the backer's head. I think you get it. He gets sacked instead. That's when you got to pull the trigger on, right? I'd rather he pull the trigger there because he has it. I just don't think he's trusting it right now. The end zone view gives you a better look and understanding. Right here, I'm looking. Okay, that backer, he's still got his hips are not turned. He's still just looking at him. I think if he pulls the trigger here and throws it right in, drop over the top, he's got him. Safety's not going to get there in time. That should be a catch. That's where I would say, okay, why didn't you pull the trigger there, Caleb? What was what you were looking at there? To me, that's got to be a throw that's got to be made. my God. The 20-second play. Go down, Caleb. Holy crap. What are you doing? Ducking your head against these guys. Watch this. And no. Go down. Go down. Lincoln Riley's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you putting your head? What? The season flashed before Lincoln Riley's eyes right there. See, I don't just. What's the down and distance on this play? 2nd and 16, right? Okay. Now it works out because he gets a lot of yards, guys. I don't know what he's looking to the right. But as he comes across, just throw it to your freaking back. Back's open. Let him run. Let him be the runner. And really, it would have gotten you probably the same space, the same amount of yards. Right? Okay. Now that you're snapping your head to the back, just throw it to the back and let him run. Don't take unnecessary risks here. Right? Don't take unnecessary hits. That's my mantra. Dude, how are these receivers? What are you? Oh, God. It's the same play or from earlier in the game. Does Lincoln Riley really only have like 10 plays in his playbook for a game? Because I've seen this play before. It didn't work, Lincoln. It didn't work. Holy cow. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm just beating a dead horse, but my gosh. I mean, I don't know what to say, really. Tyler, Tyler, you got any thoughts on this? Are you still in here? Like, who's open? Who's open here? I don't know what to say. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no one there. Just run. Okay, let's go back right here. I feel like now his offensive line is just not holding up. It's really the only spot he can put that ball at. So he did have the hitch, but he didn't really look that far over, so I don't think he saw it. All right. .442. Yeah, well, they can still run it. I mean, oh my God! him. I think you could still run it. It's only an 8-point game. I mean, it's still 442, an 8-point game, but yeah. This is a screen, guys, by the way. Is it? No, it's not a screen. Can, but that's not UC stuff. I gotcha. Sorry. My bad. You're right. My bad. 16 is just trying to be a wall off, and Brendan Rice did. Brendan Rice, unfortunately, saw heaven, guys. I mean, this is like a linebacker's dream. He's like, Nickelback. You got me, Nickelback. Bam. Nichols like, oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's floating. I mean, you can literally see that Brendan Rice just got nailed. Killed him, man. Brendan Rice is trying to get up. He's like, dude, don't do that again. All they're trying to do here, guys, is get a quick throw to him so that he can run, and nope. And he's very lucky because that could have been a lot worse. That could have been an even worse hit. It wasn't. He was just like, I see you coming in. What the heck happened here? What? Oh my God, he dropped the ball. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Dude, that's just awful, by the way. Imagine if he doesn't throw here and then he can actually like come back to his tight end who's wide ass open down the middle of the field. Holy cow. That's bad. That's just, guys, okay. Yeah, the ball shouldn't slip out of Caleb Williams' hands. But 57 shouldn't be standing there like 2 seconds after the play going, hey, buddy, how's it going? Hey, you want to have a hug? And having a chance to get that ball. I mean, let's count the time for this play to be made, guys. 1001, 1000. Oh, hey. I mean, come on. That's bad by the offensive line there. I know people say that because the offensive line was bad, there's reasons for that. And it's true. All right, so field goal heads up. This is a field goal right here. We're basically done with the game anyway, guys. So 152. They get the ball on the 11. USC does. And I don't know. That play works this time because guess what? The defensive end can't spin back inside and blow the play up. He actually gets engaged and kind of driven. So he doesn't get away. And oh my, it works for a touchdown. Now, did Utah let him do it? I don't know if Utah let him do it. I think they kind of maybe wanted it. It was kind of like, because remember, let's go back here. Because remember, it yep, it was an either score, they let them score quick or not at all. Even if they make the field goal there, so I don't know that they let them because it was kind of like if we can hold them to a field goal, well they would have 4 downs. It would be 4 down territory, and I'll be honest. Sometimes Kyle will do things to like just being a Pac-12 fan. Kyle Whittingham will do stuff that's like you're like that's not orthodox, and he'll just do it because it's like no one will think you to do this, and then he does it. So touchdown, and that's where we're gonna end it. So that is the only touchdown that Caleb Williams was responsible for in the entire game, guys. He had no passing touchdowns. He only threw for 256 yards, which was abysmal compared to what he usually does. He only had really, 2 big pass plays in the entire game that I saw in this thing. I think one of the things that's going to be very interesting when you talk about it when you look at Caleb Williams is one, as I mentioned, we saw multiple plays that were like called again and again. Some of them just weren't very good against Utah. Utah defense was able to stuff it. So that's just one thing that I've seen here. So that's the tale of Caleb Williams. Again, some things that I see that I like, and then there's things that I if I was the GM or coach, I need to sit down and have him explain it to me so that I feel comfortable. We're still having some issues sometimes of drifting with the throws. Yeah. Um, right. Like we're drifting with our throws still. We've gotten so used to our arm being able to do stuff that maybe sometimes our feet aren't totally there. And the guys, this is just for me personally. All right. So I'm not trying to say where he should be. Again, we're projecting, right? We're projecting. Should he be the number one pick? Should he be this? Should he be that? Is he NFL ready? There are things though that again, times where he doesn't throw the ball where I'm like, why are you not throwing this? This is open. It may not look like it, but it is open, right? We saw the one up the middle of the field where he's got to drop it over the linebacker and in front of the safeties. It's cover two. You got to do that. So with this, we saw where he overthrows an out route where he does have to leave the pocket, but reset the feet and then throw it, and you're good. Like, I'd like to see him reset the feet. You see that with Aaron Rodgers, where he'll reset his feet and then throw it. You'll see it with a lot of these guys in the NFL. Sometimes I think Caleb has gotten used to, I can run around and I can do this, and that's why. And it's, again, not knocking him, but he's going to have to tamper that down in the NFL because, again, remember, he's playing against some of the best players. He is in the NFC North, the Lions, the Packers. I mean, it's not going to be an easy out in his conference. So I think there's things that can be, there's a lot of things that he does that I like, right? He is very assertive on the quick passes. When he's wanting to throw the quick ball, bam, that ball's coming out. He does. When he wants to drive it, he can really drive it, and that's good. And deep balls, he can put it out there. I mean, he can really throw it. We saw in the game against UCLA him throw a touchdown pass like 50 yards downfield to the outside on his, like, running up and just throwing it. Like, he can do stuff. So it's very interesting to me. I look at it a different way. I think it'll be interesting to see how he takes in and processes plays and the playbook and things like that. He's not going to a scrub team, right? This isn't a normal number one pick. It's not the Carolina Panthers that are picking because the Carolina Panthers did that trade. So right now, he's going to a team that was 7-10 last year. It's not like he's going to a one-win team. They've kind of gone out and built some structure up. So again, like I said, this is all based on where you project him to be. Okay, we just watched basically almost all his plays in the Utah game, right? Again, we'll go back, and like I said, we've seen some of these plays. This play we've seen, this play right here, we will have seen it like multiple times, right? Oh, same thing. We saw it like 3 or 4 times. Didn't work. So for me, Tyler in the chat, he's looking at it as a coach and he's not seeing the things that others do. But again, like I said, it's one of the things that's hard always about quarterback play and especially about evaluating it is we don't know what's being said in the room. We don't know what the reads are being taught. I may make a video explaining that a little bit more so people understand kind of the limitations, the difficulty with that. But also, when you're doing this stuff, you're projecting, can he do it, right? Right here, I think he's had to scramble a lot because sometimes I think some of the plays that are getting called kind of are limited against what teams call. But I wanted to look at this film because, again, Utah has been like his white whale, right? His Moby Dick. He never has beaten them. He didn't beat them in college. They beat him 3 times. So I wanted to see what it was that the Utes were doing to him. And I also looked at the UCLA game because the UCLA defensive coordinator runs a lot of defensive concepts that are possibly a lot more with the NFL. So I want to see things where he is challenged because I want to see what it is that's causing the challenge. Is it the offensive line or is it him? What could it be? And especially with the 2023 season, I know some are saying take a look at the 2022 season. We can look at that as well, right? I hesitate to go back to a 2022 season because, things are different. I will say this. Everybody likes to say, well, he didn't have Addison. Addison only had like 49 catches in the season, guys. Addison was out for a few games. So I don't know if that really was as helpful. I have film where he threw 5 touchdowns against Arizona and Jordan Addison didn't have a catch because I don't think Jordan Addison played in the game. So I think there's a couple things and factors in here, and I don't know, like I said, the play calling, some stuff that I'm like, not that big of a fan of. So anyway, that's all that I wanted to do. I appreciate everybody coming in. Tyler, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Guys, we're going to go ahead and end this stream right here. This video will stay up, Again, I've got my own feelings. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're, everybody's going to see things that they like or don't like. If I can get some more Jayden Daniels film, I'm probably going to take a look as well because Jayden Daniels looked very good when the film that I saw against Texas A&M, and I'd like to see what else he looks like. So, guys, we're going to end the stream right here. Let's go to the end screen if we can. Oh, that's not what we want. I want to give a shout out to all of our booster members that are supporting the channel. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, please make sure to join at the link down below at the booster member or above. On the next screen, there will be another recommended video. It'll be a breakdown video, most likely. Check it out. See what you think of it. Some of them might be commentary, but most of my videos are breakdowns. We'll see you later, though, and have a good one.